Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys. This is today. I'm doing a live from here today. Yeah, so I thought, you know what? I'm doing it live. To see how you guys are enjoying yourselves. All right, so I'm not in my normal room. I'm just sitting in the living room, and I thought I'd just come on for a little while just to see how you guys are. I won't be on for very long, guys. Inshallah, I'll because I've got to write up the summary of the Quran, inshallah. So I'm not going to be on for very long, just for a short while, inshallah, to see how you guys are. And hopefully tomorrow, inshallah, I'll have the longer session. So tomorrow, hopefully around about 4 o'clock UK time, I'll have the normal session where I'll answer your questions. But today, it's just a little, just to see if everyone's okay, enjoying your Ramadan, having a good time, and what's the latest with you guys? How's iftar and how's Taraweeh? How's your fast going where you are in the world? So anyway, um, so when it comes to me, I mean, summarizing the surahs. I don't know if you guys have been watching the surahs at the moment, the different. So far, I've done Surah Baqarah all the way up to Surah Araf yesterday. I put up Surah Araf yesterday, and hopefully, inshallah, I'm going to try to today put up Surah Anfal. I've just finished writing up now. So what I basically do is I write up the whole script of it, like in my own sort of words, the surah summary of the surah, and then what I do is I basically just sort it all out, so then I know exactly how to explain it in a summary fashion. So that's what I've been doing so far, and that's why some of the surahs have been taking me a very long time to do. Like as you can tell, like 1 hour, 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour 40 minutes. So the reason they take so long is because in order for me to be able to cover them thoroughly, that's what I have to do really. So I don't know. I mean, have you guys been watching it? How you been finding it? Have you guys been benefiting from it, or is there anything, inshallah, that you guys can let me know how I could benefit, inshallah. Uh, Maybe inshallah I can improve as well. Let me know, inshallah. So, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, brother Akil, Khan, wa alaikum assalam, Sarah, wa alaikum assalam. Is the age of the scholars course Monday and Friday? Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. Wa alaikum assalam, Brug, Ayodji, wa alaikum assalam, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ahlan wa sahlan. Umran Ali Sahib, alhamdulillah, very good. Thank you very much, my brother. Very good. I'm not in my normal room today. I'm just sitting in the living room, just chilling out. I was actually right now. I was actually just writing up Surah Anfal, and then I thought to myself, you know what? Let me come on for a little while, just so that you guys can catch up with what's been happening lately. And by the way, the time has changed as well. So if you noticed that I've come 1 hour early, well, the reason for that is because in the UK the hours have gone forward. So in the UK at the moment it is actually 10 to 4. However, it's in the past. I mean, it's actually 10 to 3 really. Yeah, but in the UK, between the end of March all the way to the end of August or October, the hours go forward. So they went out forward. So if you guys didn't know that, just change your clocks or change it, make a note of the change in the timings, inshallah. Today I've actually got a zakat talk that I'm going to be giving about miscalculation of zakat or past zakat, missed zakat in the past. So this is going to be for National Zakat Foundation, inshallah. That's going to be live streamed. What I'll do is once I get the link for the live stream, once I know it, then inshallah I'll put it up on the Telegram so that you guys can check that out, inshallah. And the Telegram link is at the bottom. So if you just follow the ticket at the bottom, inshallah, it's there. So hopefully that should be about an hour, maybe less than an hour discussion about that. And then tomorrow I've got a talk about Surah Kahf, So I've got a talk on Surah Kahf tomorrow in Sparkbrook. So those of you guys who are around in Sparkbrook, then come down, inshallah. Let's meet up. Inshallah, it's going to be at Masjid Umar. I'll put the poster up for that as well. So the poster, I'll put it up on Telegram, inshallah, so you guys can check that out. Amran Ali, I've been holding up all right, trying to do some work in the holidays. Got my semester finals for BA. I'm doing soon, alhamdulillah. MashaAllah, Allah put barakah in your time and your efforts. Generally in Ramadan, I normally think to myself, I've got more time in Ramadan, but then when Ramadan starts, everything just gets so crazy. So alhamdulillah, I actually spend, on my, let me show you guys. Let me just show you guys. Let me show you guys. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so yeah, so these are my notes. Oh, actually, I can't show you because I'm going to change the setting. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll maybe just take some images of it. I can show you the notes. Actually, let me show. I'm going to show you there. I'm going to show you there's one. Yeah, so that's basically the notes. Let's see if I can I share this? Yes. Can share this, can I? Yeah, so what I'll do, let me try this. So let me just take an image of this. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So I'll share this with you guys. Okay, so this is basically the write-up. This is the write-up of my notes. So this is notes of Surah A'raf. Right, as you can see, the notes there. Yeah, so this is 16 pages of notes, these are. So it takes me a long time to write these up. Like literally I have to go through the entire surah word by word and then write up these notes. So these are my notes on it. I'm thinking, should I share it with you guys? I don't know. The thing is, I know it's not really kind of proofread. So if I read it, I know exactly what I've written. If someone else read it, they might not get what I've written. Does that make sense? So this is why, and this takes me a long time. Like literally, Surah A'raf probably took me altogether, including the recording of it. Not if you include the editing, then it's going to definitely take me about 12 hours to do the whole thing. So the whole thing took 12 hours basically to do. So I've got other surahs as well. So inshallah, hopefully I want to compile the whole Quran like this, and then I can have these recorded stored away. So in the future, inshallah, I can add to that and edit as well, improve it. Yes, these are my surah. So I'll show you guys. Culinary Academy, when shall we continue learning? After Ramadan, inshallah. The Quran is going to continue after Ramadan. Muhammad Prairie, wa alaikum assalam, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, brother. Salam, Nurani Chehra, mashallah. Hassan Khan, ahlan wa sahlan, my brother Hafiz Saab, Hassan Khan Saab, Sangahal de. Dublin, mashallah, you're a traveler, you travel all around the world. Ahlan wa sahlan. Are you on Tablighi Jamaat there? Huzaifa wa alaikum assalam. Is it sunnah to read Surah Dukhan on Friday? If so, when's the best time to read it? It can be read anytime. Yeah, no, not necessarily Friday. It can be read anytime. When shall we continue learning? Inshallah, after Ramadan. After Ramadan. Any tips for practicing Arabic and seeking knowledge? So I would say if you want to learn Arabic, then make sure you start a course. Make sure you start learning with someone. So on YouTube, there's lots of channels that you can learn it from if you've got a lot of discipline. I've got a course as well on my website, uruk.com, which is basically um, which is basically um, Quranic Arabic 17 lessons. It gets you into learning Arabic. Lots of people have done it before. Yeah, so that's the course. Wa alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahlan. Job, if I'm going to read Tahajjud, should I not read Witr after Taraweeh? So if you're going to so in Ramadan, reading Witr with Jama'ah is the Sunnah practice. So if you are going to pray Witr with Jama'ah, if you are going to do Taraweeh, then do the Witr with Jama'ah and then the Tahajjud later on. Shuruti, I want to convert to Islam, but I don't my parents to know how I can convert. May Allah guide you to Islam, Shuruti. I mean, it must be very difficult to be able to hide your faith from your parents. And if you were to do so, then it would be fine. Practice your Islam, and then when you become confident enough for you to be able to tell your parents, inshallah, then you can tell them. If there's any other reverts out there that can give Shuruti some support as well, then that would be fantastic. Or the other option, Shuruti, is you can contact IERA. So IERA. If you type that in Google and you go to their website, and there should be a contact for them. Contact them, and they'll give you the best advice with regards to converting to Islam and the problems you're going to face. Doing Tarawih, mashallah, Hafizab, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. May Allah accept it. Is using an inhaler okay when fasting? No, it will break your fast. How can I start picking up Arabic vocabulary after learning grammar? Also, any recommendations? So, Arabic vocabulary usually comes when you do a lot of reading. So, start a lot of reading, I would say. Yeah, definitely start a lot of reading, and then you'll see that your Arabic is going to improve. Make sure you read a lot of Arabic storybooks. Yeah, Arabic storybooks are probably the best way to improve. Yeah, kids storybooks definitely. It's a good way. Uh, so again, Brug, just storybooks. Honestly, you have to read lots of storybooks. Yeah, I've got a list of storybooks. Let's see. Arabic reading books. Copy link. Yeah, so this is the link. Right. Is brushing with toothpaste allowed in fasting as long as you don't swallow it? If you swallow it, your fast breaks. So as long as you can brush your teeth without swallowing, then it's okay. I'm currently reading Qasas Nabeen for children. Yeah, so Qasas is I would say it's a bit advanced. Try to read books that are much easier than that one even. What do I do if I missed a juz by accident when reciting Quran? It's fine. Go and read that juz again later. Can you please tell me the name of the website again? It's called IERA. 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 Let's see if I can find. You probably find them on social media as well. IERA. Yeah, so this is the Zob, sorry for lots of questions today. I have to run to madrasa. If there's a room next to the masjid which people pray in for jama'ah, should they start the saf at the wall on the masjid side? I don't understand. If there is a room next to the masjid which people pray in for jama'ah, should they start the saf at the wall? I don't think I've understood the question properly, but generally, if you're in a hall or any room, that one room, you should fill in all the safs. Are stainless steel rings permissible for men? There's an ikhtilaf on the ring issue. According to many of the Hanafis, men can only wear only silver. That's it. Just silver, nothing else. Kazmataz wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan. New setup. Now you got 100k. Nah, not yet. This is my living room. So I'm just in the living room at the moment because I was doing work. I wasn't going to come on really. And then the only reason I came on was because I thought to myself, you know what, I've got to update you guys with what's happening. So inshallah, tomorrow is going to be the normal session for about 4 o'clock UK time, inshallah. Inshallah, is going to have a normal answering questions session, inshallah. So we want to give zakat to our family members back home, and they insist that they can accept zakat as they are haqdar. I don't know if they know what it means to accept zakat. Is there any checks I can do? Yeah, so as long as you make rough checks just to make sure that their income is below their savings are below the nisab. Yeah, so you find out if their savings are below the nisab, roughly you think that, oh, the women don't have, usually women have gold. The women have gold that's less than the nisab, then that would mean that they are deserving of zakat. Are bitmojis haram? I don't think so. Regarding zakat, when reading his storybooks, how do I get the meanings of the words through dictionary? Yes, dictionary. You can use Google Translation if you like, but do not translate the whole thing into English. You need to get used to understanding it in Arabic. So when you read through it, make a mark of the words, or write down the words that you don't know, and then either you can carry on going through it and then check up the words after you've read the whole page, or as you're going through, you find out the meaning of each word. I would check out the meanings of the words once I get to the end of the page. Once I get to the end of the page, I highlight all the words and then look at each one up and then read this text again, like that. I'm saying if there is a hole next to the main masjid and people go to pray in there when masjid fills up, should they start the saf from the center of the room at the wall? No. So they start it from the side. Yeah, they start it from the side, inshallah, because that's not the jama'ah. The jama'ah is in the other room. Yeah, in the other room. You can use, I mean, it's up to you what you want to use. There's a very easy one that you can use. It's called dictionary. Can't find that. It's called, this is what it is. Here it is. Let me just give it to you. That's the one. Shahab Khan, wa alaikum assalam. Hey, how can I help someone who deals with a lot of waswasa in their wudu, salah, recitation of Quran? So first of all, they need to get medical help. This is a medical issue. This is a medical issue. This is not an Islamic issue. Non-Muslims suffer from it as well. So they need to get medical help first of all. The medical help is not going to give them necessarily medicines. They'll give them tips of how to overcome it. The other thing is, with people with waswasa, you you have to make them feel as though they've done the act, like they've done wudu, they've prayed salat. So that is a very hard thing to do because they're gonna be listening to their own minds rather than listen to what you're saying to them. So you need to stand with them when they're doing wudu and say to them, right, the wudu's done now. And the third thing is people who are suffering from waswasa can take the most lenient of opinions out there. Yeah, because some of them suffer a lot, and it goes quite bad. Muhammad wa alaikum assalam, my brother Muhammad, كيف الحال? Alhamdulillah, Ramadan going well. That's why I'm chilling on the sofa today, relaxing. I don't want to speak too much because I've got a talk later on zakat, and plus I've got Surah Anfal. Inshallah, I'm gonna try to record Surah Anfal today. Hopefully, Surah Anfal should not be that long, but I know the other ones have been quite long. Yeah, so inshallah, guys, I'm gonna try to go through the entire Quran. I don't think I'll do the whole Quran this Ramadan, but at least I've done quite a bit, inshallah. So maybe then next Ramadan I can do the other surahs. Yeah, or I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I've benefited a lot from this, like enormously. I've benefited from summarizing the surahs. Yeah, I definitely would agree. I would definitely would encourage people to do that. I would definitely encourage anyone who had learned Arabic, anyone who has studied and qualified from madrasa, alimiya course. I would definitely encourage them to go through every surah and to write their own translation of it. Now, that translation, obviously, you're not going to use that translation to give to people, and because there's going to be lots of mistakes in there, but you want to use it for yourself. And then what happens is, once you write that down, what happens is you begin to become more curious about like certain ayats. Like this is what I've noticed as well. Allah mentioned this ayah so many times in the surah. Allah repeats this word multiple times. You see patterns. Once you can see patterns in the surah, once you can see how the surah flows, it makes tafsir reading much more enjoyable. Because then your tafsir readings becomes more purposeful. If you know what I mean. Shahab Khan, Sheikh, where are you from in Pakistan? In Pakistan, I am from a place called Sawabi and a village in Sawabi called Gandaf. You last name of the is Taraweeh Salah Sunnah Muakkada and is a Khatam of Quran Taraweeh Sunnah Muakkada? Yes. Two separate sunnahs. Jazakallah khair, you're welcome, you're welcome. Talking money, yeah, bro. Zakat. See, are a husband and wife allowed to send each other photos of their aura exposed? So they would be permitted as long as they can guarantee that no one else will see it. It's something which is permitted for them to send each other. However, I mean, it wouldn't be something that befitting all husband and wives to do. If there's a husband and wife, they feel as though this is the way they're romantic to each other. Maybe this is the way that they kind of like spice up their marriage. Then possibly, yeah. But they have to be sure that they're not gonna send it to anyone else. No one's gonna get hold of their phone. Is there a book that summarizes every chapter of the Quran? I've actually found lots of books that do, but they don't do it the way that I like. So there's quite a few that I downloaded and checked. You get like thematic. There's like a very nice one, thematic. It's been translated from Arabic, written by Muhammad Ghazali. So Muhammad Ghazali, who was Egyptian scholar. Yeah, he wrote a thematic summary of each chapter. It's a very nice one. There's a translation in English. It's very nice to read. So that's a very good to read as well. And the Gracious Quran, Ahmad Zaki's one. That's also a nice It's like a summary translation. It's very nice to follow. But I wanted one that was more like juicy, if you know what I mean. Nice, kind of like flowing. I could see everything in the surah. Ideally, I think maybe if I was to do it again, I probably would do it with images. Yeah, images, drawing, so you can see a pattern in the surah. You helped me so much. Allah Ameen. Jazakallah khair. You're welcome, Brug. You're welcome. May Allah bless you. Spend. Ahla wa sallam wa alaikum salam. I hope your fasting is going well. I hope you're going well, enjoying yourself. To call the lecture Money Talks, like a play on words, talk about money and the influence that money has. That's it, bro. That's it. Even in Ramadan, you're coming out with the nice one-liners. Sheikh Ghazali was the student of Abu Zahra, author of the Four Imams. I don't know. Maybe, probably, most likely. I mean, he was very strong in the uh, Muslim Brotherhood, so probably. If you make a playlist of courses, it will be beneficial. Playlist of courses. Um, I mean, I don't know if you've checked my YouTube channel. There's various playlists I have. Is Mufradat al-Fad al-Quran by Imam Asbahani good for beginners? It's not good for beginners, but it's a good place to. You know, if there's someone who has like studied many years in Alamiya, the Arabic is very good. I would say if you really want to benefit from the Quran, the first thing you have to do is you have to let the Quran affect your heart. And you can't do that with tafsir. Tafsir is basically giving you a sort of like academic insight into the ayah, a breakdown. Every time you break something down, you lose that kind of ta'thir, the effect it has on your heart. It's just a natural thing that you get every time. So before you actually go into tafsir, you need to like if you're studying Quran tafsir, this whole surah, you should be able to explain the whole surah to someone else. If you can explain a whole surah to someone else what it's all about, then you've grasped the surah. Yeah, you've got hold of it. And now when you study look at tafsir is going to be enjoyable. And I think a lot of students in madrasa they don't do that. A lot of students I've seen they don't go through the Quran. In Pakistan in Ramadan, the one of the good sort of practices I saw over there was they had um, they had this thing which was like Dora of the Quran. They used to cover the entire Quran in 1 month, one month, maybe 10 days. They would cover the entire Quran or each surah and go through it, and that's very very good because what that does is it kind of it summarizes for you the entire surah, so you know what the Quran is talking about. And so if you can explain an entire surah to someone else, then wah wah, well done. Yeah, you basically. And when students focus too much on tafsirs before they can understand what the surah is about, I think that's where they lose the Quran. And I'm not saying this. This is actually Sheikh Abul Hassan Nadawi says this. Sheikh Abu Hassan Nadawi to the nearest meaning. He says that one of the biggest um, downfalls of tafsir study, Quran studies in the madrasas is too much focus in the study days on like he calls it like a doctor who does surgery on a body and cuts it all open. Yeah, like you're cutting open the ayah, you're looking into the academic sides of it, you're not really letting the Quran affect the student's heart. Like if a student doesn't cry when he listens to Quran in class or you explain the Quran, then that's where we're failing. That's what you were saying. I don't know. What do you guys say about that? Is it permissible to watch futile things on TV, like football, anime, etc., while doing dhikr? Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, it would be permissible in the sense you wouldn't necessarily be sinful for it, but it wouldn't be something that is befitting the dhikr. Yeah. Abdul Majid, wa alaikum assalam. MashaAllah, Abdul Majid. MashaAllah, the watch. I've got the watch on my G. Yeah, this is my new thing you watch, like sports watch. MashaAllah, it's very nice. Been using it so much. Alhamdulillah. I'll maybe after I've used this watch quite a lot, maybe I'll give you like a review of it, of these watches. I normally don't wear these kind of watches, but this one kind of looks nice. Benefit a lot from it. Have you noticed how it is easier for people to do things voluntarily versus being told to? Like people sometimes want to fast voluntarily, but find Ramadan hard. They pray tahajjud but find Friday. Yeah, subhanallah. Subhanallah, that's true, definitely true. I think they actually find that as well. It's like they found it with Wikipedia, where someone did some sort of like a survey or study or something. They found people find it difficult to write something, but if you kind of make them voluntarily do something, they'll do it. So they use the example of Wikipedia that so many people will voluntarily contribute towards Wikipedia. Or even another example they gave was you basically go on social media and you say something but you make a deliberate mistake in there, and you see how many people in the comments will correct you and will explain things to you free of charge. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that. If you did it to me, I'd probably just ignore it. Is there any heart softener books you would recommend, English, Urdu? Uh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not too much like I. The amount of heart softening I get in the Quran, I can't get anywhere else. Honestly, for me, that's my own personal thing. But heart softening book that's very nice. There was this book written by Mufti Shafi. He used to give a dars after Fajr, and it was compiled in a book called Dil Ki Dunya, something like that. Yeah, so it's a very nice kind of, it's in Urdu. Yeah, it's like learning in school versus getting an education. Yeah, MashaAllah, Mubarak, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. John Joseph, Abul Hassan Nadawi books are a must read. He mentioned in one of his books Muslims in the UK and US should visit their home countries, Pakistan and Mecca and Medina every 2 years. Subhanallah. Mark Twain supposedly said, I didn't let school affect my education. I asked a da'i about YouTube ads and he said it's haram. I would like to know if there's different opinions. I don't know if, you know, why he's saying they're haram, but no, there'd be difference of opinion. Yeah. The thing is, I think people people are gonna have their own opinions on things. I don't know this da'i if he's a reliable, like a knowledgeable person, or if he's kind of in that kind of field. But there would be scope for it. Riyadus Salihin, yeah, Riyadus Salihin is a nice heart softener. What level would you say your Arabic is for Quranic Arabic to standard of Sahaba? Mine's like very low. Like mine's would probably like if Sahabas was level 10, mine would be level 2, 3. Yeah, 2, 3. That's being generous as well. Yeah, there's still so much I have to learn to really go into depths. Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people standard out there, my level of Arabic for them would be very very high. But I know myself how deep I am in the water, so I know for a fact my level of Arabic is there's still a lot left. Alhamdulillah, I can understand most of the Quran. I might get stuck on a word or a phrase or something now and again. I'll have to look into tafsir just to clarify what that is. But yeah. MP, wa alaikum assalam, mashallah, long time no see. Hope you're well. Have you studied anywhere in the UK? No, I haven't. Only studied in Pakistan. Mine would then probably be mine is, yeah. So I think what happens is like it's hard to gauge and it's hard to measure what is considered to be. It's raining outside so bad. It's hard to gauge. I mean, what is considered to be like good Arabic? What does it mean for good Arabic? MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair. Abdul Majid, may Allah bless you, my brother. May Allah give you and your family barakah in this dunya and in the akhirah. Keep you happy. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much, guys, for your support for my channel. It means a lot to me. Yeah, so 100,000 followers, yeah, 100,000 subscribers. So inshallah, after Maji, we're gonna have to do some. I think maybe you're gonna have to go for some dinner somewhere. Yeah, maybe get some guys, go for some dinner. Celebration, yeah, celebration. When they have in those restaurants when they have those when people have birthdays and they have that, I don't know what it's called, like a candle that it's like sparks coming out of it. We'll have to have one of those and get the guys to sing like some 100K subscriber like birthday song, 100K subscriber birthday song. We'll get them to do that. No, I'm feeling a hand. Oh, subhanallah. May Allah give them shifa kamil. Yeah, I think a bug's going around a lot of kids. My nephew's also been quite ill as well. Congratulations, 100K. I've been here since the beginning. MashaAllah, that's true. You've been here since the beginning. I can testify to that. Jazakallah khair. And this is a Mubarak to all of you guys as well. You guys been on the journey with me. There was a Mauritanian scholar who had memorized the whole of Qamus al-Muhit. Wow. Qamus al-Muhit, yeah. Dua so definitely. May Allah give Safura and Safiya dua. Shifa Kamil. Sorry. Dua, my brain is like Rosa. I'm in Rosa mode. MashaAllah, 100k Mubarak to all. Ameen. Jazakallah khair. 100k, Alhamdulillah. People be Alhamdulillah. May Allah accept. Should one not take on too much in Ramadan in terms of ibadah? So generally, yeah. So Ramadan, I mean, if you want to follow the way of the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet ﷺ's level of ibadah was at next level. We can't reach that level. He used to read like in one rakat the whole of Surah Baqarah and one rakat this whole of Surah Al Imran. That's why we try our best. I would say generally in Ramadan, do not exert yourself so much that you start to regret doing the ibadah, yeah, or you kind of get put off it. So you want to keep the ibadah, you want to do a lot, but at the same time, you want to keep the ibadah motivational as well. You want to keep motivated. So do ibadah in Ramadan, but have your ibadah, have your sort of like ibadah done in a consistent way, consistent manner. So if you're going to read one juz every day, make sure you're consistent with the one juz every day. And then when you get near the end of Ramadan, then increase. The Prophet ﷺ would increase the ibadah in end of Ramadan. Right, so you exert more near the end. Wa alaikum assalam. Mullah, ahlan wa sahlan, my brother. Ahlan wa sahlan. How long does it take to learn how to read the Quran? So from scratch, are you saying? Like if a person is a new Muslim and they don't know how to read the Quran, or someone didn't learn when they were young? If you follow my learn how to read the Quran, I think you probably would be able to read it after maybe 60 lessons on that. 60, maybe 70 lessons. Rosa lag raha hai. Yeah, definitely. This is the time when the mouth starts to become rosa mouth. Yeah, so rosa, this is where insulin levels go down, and then blood sugar goes down as well, and fat starts to burn now. So they say fat starts to burn after about 13, 14 hours. Your body fat starts to burn. So it may be better to read a so-called mawdu'i tafsir maybe. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the surahs, definitely read a mawdu'i tafsir. Definitely. So you get an understanding of the mawdu'at in there. Like a bit, but consistency is key. Definitely. Consistency, Allah loves consistency because consistency, it like injects your iman. That's the difference between inconsistency and between like doing loads of ibadah all in one go is like the difference between eating consistently amounts over many days as opposed to all of that in one go eating, right? So it has an effect on your iman, like it's like slowly penetrating your iman, strengthening your iman. Having boiled eggs for suhoor is game changing. Egg mayo sandwiches for the yeah. So what I have is usually I have boiled egg. I have porridge. Have some dates. Have toast. I mean, I have cream, double cream. I have to have that. Double cream with honey. I'm trying to get like all sorts of the vitamins and minerals in, like pump it all in. Plato said, I fast for greater mental clarity, but I don't know what he was smoking. Yeah, they say fasting is supposed to help your clarity, but they say fasting helps your clarity, but it only helps your clarity after like a certain amount of time. You have to reach a certain level, then you start to. I don't know what the level that is. What are your thoughts of the Bayyina TV Arabic? I have not seen. I wouldn't be able to comment on that. Bayyina course is too long, similarly for Medina books. None has discipline to sit through those long sessions. There's something to like 70 lessons. That would be great. Jazakallah khair, John. Wali mode. Yeah, born to be a wali. That's yeah. This guy's like a born to be a wali. To be fair, enough research has shown fasting does actually improve brain power. Pythagoras used to make his students do a 40-day water fast. Double cream, those shorts ain't ever gonna fit. You know what? Double cream with toast is so nice. I tell you, you can't beat that. That's the best thing ever for me. And the more double it is, the doubler it is, the better it is. Yeah, that's my motto. Yeah, the more double it is, the better it is. Yeah. So anyway, so if there's any suggestions or comments or improvements I can make to the summarize the Quran series, please let me know, because every day or every other day I'm making these videos and I want to know obviously how it's going to help you guys. So if you guys can let me know, inshallah. Today, inshallah, I'm thinking of recording the Surah Anfal one, inshallah. So hopefully that should be done today, because Surah Anfal isn't that long compared to the other surahs that I've done. My dad has the same thing for suhoor. He loves it with paratha. Oh, I don't know about paratha. That might be too heavy for me. Yeah, because that's probably gonna. Actually, you know what? I might try. Quadruple, quadruple cream. Have you considered doing TikTok live sessions that way? Yeah, but the problem is I need to have 1,000 followers to have that feature enabled. So at the moment, I've got about 200 something. So it wouldn't work at the moment. Sometimes I'm too tired to get up for suhoor, or it ruins my sleep schedule. Yeah, I know what you're feeling, bro. I know exactly what you're feeling. Everyone's eyes are bigger than their stomachs at iftar. It's like stomachs shrink. Yeah, you're right. Me, I like food a lot. So my mind starts kind of like hallucinating how much I can eat. Yeah, so I think this is some new sort of state I go into, especially in Ramadan. I just feel cravings of all sorts of food. I can like almost taste the food in my mouth. That's how much my brain deceives me. Yeah. So anyway, guys. Anyway, so yeah. So as I was saying to you guys, I was showing those of you guys who didn't get to see. I was showing my notes for this. Yeah. So Surah Araf notes. Now, what I can do is these notes, I can actually make them available to you guys. But the only thing is, it's not being proofread. Yeah, there's like 16 pages of notes on Surah Araf that I made. So it hasn't been proofread. So I don't want people to misunderstand or get some wrong idea of what's in the Quran. I can understand all of it because it's written obviously for me as a script. So I kind of like read off this when I use this as my basis when I'm making the videos. So I can actually give you access to this, but then you guys got access to tafsirs, haven't you? So that's tafsirs are much, or translations, which are much better, obviously. But yeah, so if anyone does, then maybe I can give them access to it, inshallah. These are the notes, and like I said, some of these notes, like these Surah Araf, took me almost 12 hours from beginning all the way to end of editing. 12 hours to the whole thing. Like some days non-stop. I'm just doing this, not on my phone. I just do this, put my phone to the side. So hopefully, if I can maybe have this, and maybe in the future, it can be made more readable, easier to read. I don't know. Hopefully. Um, you like food? No, I would never have guessed, my bro. I like food, bro. Yeah. So get ready, my G. After Ramadan, we're going to do the 100K subscriber party. Zahir, which software you use to screen record or doing sessions live? So I use this software is called Restream. It's a website, you got to pay for it. It's a website called Restream, and in there they've got a feature where you can copy the screen and it records the whole session for you. Yeah, so I use this. Um, I use something called Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic. That's another one that I use as well. Yeah. Honestly, we really appreciate all the efforts you go through. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Jazakallah means a lot, bro. And nothing better than understanding the Quran during the month of Ramadan. Yeah, I mean, definitely I agree. A great tip I heard from someone was don't look at your phone when you wake up. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I do that. In the mornings, I do not read my messages in the mornings. So they say, I've actually seen like some productivity experts. They were saying that you should not check your phone before 9 o'clock. Yeah, do not check your phone before. And the problem is, most of us want to check our phones. What's the latest? So I do not check my phone 9 o'clock unless it's like some serious message that I've got regarding work or something, and then I have to. But if I just get a message, I don't go through them. Like I'll open it, but I just go on the one that's important because it kind of distracts me from my day. It'll be stuck in your mind all the way throughout. But I like that point there. Where about in London are you from? I'm not in London. I'm in Birmingham. 100K party meal. Assalamu alaikum arsalan. Ahlan wa sahlan. If the Imam is facing right from the Qibla, such that he's facing south, not east, for example, is it considered? So if he's, are you saying he's 90 degrees away from the Qibla? 90 degrees away. Is that what you're saying? So there's ikhtilaf amongst the scholars with regards to how much scope you have to turn from the right or the left side of the Qibla. Generally, in the Hanafis, later Hanafis, they've said 45 degrees to the right, 45 degrees to the left. Any tips for Ramadan? My tip for Ramadan would be try to become more aware of something in your life. I think we naturally will become more aware of something, but try to become like more sort of like uh, what's the word for it? More detail. Learn more detail about that aspect of your life. Yeah, so you become really intimately familiar with it. I think that is something which is really, really important. And the reason for that is because the whole point of Ramadan is so that you break your normal cycle and then you go into a cycle of contemplation, pondering. And pondering is not just about pondering about, like, obviously your purpose in life. It's pondering everything in your life, like how much food is going into your body, the feelings that you feel in your stomach, the weakness that you feel, like what are you going to eat, why is it that you get happier eating this, and so forth. I think those are important things. What do you think, Muhammad? That's my general tip. That's my general tip. मेरा एक सवाल है कि इमाम के पीछे असर की फ़र्ज़ नमाज में सूरा फातिहा और दूसरी सूरा पढ़ना ज़रूरी होता है जिसमें इमाम दिल में पढ़ता है. No, so the follower does not read anything. According to the Hanafis, the followers do not read anything. Yeah. इमाम के पीछे जो मुक्तदी होता है वो कुछ नहीं पढ़ता है. हाँ, वो तो सिर्फ खामोश रहते हैं अक्सर हनफियों के नज़दीक. और बाज़ हनफियों के नज़दीक वो सिर्फ सूरह फातिहा पढ़ता है. सिर्फ सूरह फातिहा. Mufti Sahib, what advice would you give to seekers of knowledge that post formal studies they are able to connect and engage with their communities? What advice would you give to seekers of knowledge that post formal studies they are? So are you saying basically like students who are like studying at the same time posting up about their own studies? Is that what you're saying? Birmingham is food central. Gained weight just entering the city. Ya Allahu Akbar. That's true, guys. I would not find that as an exaggeration. That is probably the truth. That's what Birmingham does to you. Can you share a story from your life that taught you something? Wa alaikum assalam, S Khan, ahlan wa sahlan, Birmingham, ahlan wa sahlan, mashallah. Look at that. You guys get a glimpse into Birmingham. This is how much, you know, khush kismat people you guys are. Yeah. Khush naseeb log. You guys some big time khush naseeb log here. You guys once or even sometimes twice a week you get to see Birmingham, and you get to see Birmingham people as well. A story from your life that taught you something. Okay, so I would say story from my life that taught me something was uh, let me think. Let me think. I'm in Ramadan mode, and so my brain is like not functioning at full capacity. I would say Yeah, I would say this. So one of the stories of my life is a long time ago. This was like many years ago when I used to first start practicing. So after I started practicing, some like Tablighi Jamaat brothers came and they were in the mosque. So they said to me, "Why don't you come with us to another area? It's called what they do is called Beiruni Gasht, which is basically you go to another mosque that's kind of like a deprived area, and you go and you meet Muslim brothers and you tell them to come to the mosque, and then you give a little talk, right? So you kind of like you start the encourage them to start talks in the mosque. You encourage them to start some like circles in the mosque. So I remember the first time that I went there, it was me, this Maulana, he's elderly Maulana. He's very old now, and there was another uncle, right? So the two uncles were like I think they were in their definitely 40s then, so like in the 90s. This was Maulana was probably in his 50s. The other one was like in his late 40s. I was like young. I was a teenager. So we used to go down and we used to like knock on these doors, meet Muslims, speak to them. And now when I look back at it, I think one of the things that I experienced was that the true like kind of like effort of deen that you do, the true effort of deen that you do is the one where you know you kind of like you don't get any claps or any likes, and that's the most bitter. That's the most bitter that is. Yeah, because I remember when we used to walk up that road, it was cold. Once it was cold, knocking, going up and down the road, and like some houses they would want to talk to you. And now I look back at it, now I think that is the kind of thing that really kind of humbles a person. That if you're going to really do some work for Allah's sake, you've got to be ready for that kind of lifestyle. And yeah, I think that's the thing. It's about the sweet kind of things in the deen, like me giving talks to you guys and you guys sending me likes and hearts and all these kind of things, praising me. It's obviously I like that. My nafs likes it. I got a big ego problem. But the true one comes is when you start something off and you start hard work, you're doing it. That's when it's kind of, I don't know. What do you guys think? Uh, Meaning people to go back to their communities after studying the deen. How can they have a good relationship? Oh, I see. Okay, so what I would say is, I think this is a very hard question because every community is different. Some people who graduate go back to a community where they have a lot of opportunities there. There's a lot of setups there where they can simply just fit in and they just simply get on with it. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't have that luxury. They go back to their communities and they have nothing there at all, right? And they have to start from scratch. So I think if a person qualifies and they can get back to something which is they get back to something which is like that, then I think, and they have opportunities, then I think that is they should take those opportunities, even if it's starting off something very basic, very small. I think just do that as much as you can. So yeah, I would say definitely benefit if you can get like maybe even a chance to even like teach. Like I remember when I first graduated, I had a lot of free time compared to now. So I would just like say to people, "You want to learn some Arabic? I'll teach you free of charge. I'll teach you. Come on." So I used to teach like individuals one to one, teach them Arabic, teach them this, teach them that, and I think that really helped me a lot because that connected me to people. It made me realize how to teach as well, how you need to connect with people. It's not all about the big speakers out there. The big. Okay, Maji, take care, bro. I'm gonna go in a bit as well. What is the best iftar you have had so far? To be honest, I've only eaten iftar out once so far. That was iftar, so far as annual iftar. That was biryani and things. Actually, twice. One was there, and one was in Radio Unity FM when we were doing the radio appeal. So they had the Dixie chicken, fast food. It was. So I'm not too keen on fast food in Ramadan because then later on it just gives you a lot of gas. Yeah, and a lot of what's it, tiredness, laziness. But yeah, generally just be eating at home. Alhamdulillah. Tomorrow I've got a talk in a mosque and I'll be eating over there. Inshallah. I heard an influencer once say he was going to stop the good he was doing because he felt it was insincere. So he consulted and his teacher said, you need to continue the good you are doing and make your hidden inward deeds better than your. That's a good. That's a definitely a good one there. I like that one there. Wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan. You've caught me when I'm in a uni lecture. When are you going to live stream in the evenings again? Probably tomorrow around about 4 o'clock UK time. Tomorrow about 4 o'clock UK time, inshallah. I think I've developed lactose intolerance this Ramadan for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I know some people that do develop it later on. Yeah, Glu- uh, gluten and lactose. It's getting quite common now in the UK. Yeah, or is it because is it not digesting? Okay, guys, I'm gonna finish there. I know actually just came on for about. I was gonna come on for 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, just to see how you guys were, and that's it. But you know what's happened? Yeah, 15 20 minutes with you guys and becomes an hour. So you guys are to blame. All of you guys are are all to blame for this. Yeah. Wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan. Acha, does a person need to pay zakat on student finance maintenance loan on the cash? So I would say no. I would say if they've got the cash and they have obviously bills to pay and they've got and that money is supposed to be used for those kind of things, then it wouldn't be. Depends how much it is and personal circumstances, but generally, I would say no. If you are sort of like not sure of your situation, then I would say email me your whole situation, and then I'll be able to give you a better answer. Man, Father, wa alaikum Hazrat, you have probably had many students now. Have you ever had high hopes for a student and he has never hit that potential? Yeah, you get that. It just kind of it makes you feel sad, but then I just think to myself, you know what, that's qadr of Allah. Maybe sometimes there's a student and they don't do very well, but later on, the academic sort of inspiration or academic intrigue starts then. So you get some students who very capable, and then they go and they just like it's as though they've left everything of ilm, but then later on they come back to it. So mashallah, that makes me really happy later on. But yeah, unfortunately, you are gonna see students like that. It does kind of become a bit demoralizing. My stomach goes crazy the entire day when I have it for suhoor. Yeah, subhanallah. Have you tried those lactose tablets? You can get these lactose tablets where you take them when you, and it's apparently it's supposed to help you. Reminded me of Sayyidina Abu Bakr consulting Sayyidina Uthman about Umar bin Khattab, and Uthman said, only Allah knows the hearts, but I see his hidden deeds are better than his apparent. Subhanallah. That's a good one, that is. I like that. My top tip for Ramadan is take electrolytes, big difference in fatigue. Yeah, that is a very good point. You know what I do? This is let me tell you some tips of what I do. So I've got my Nabeed, you know. Let me show you my Nabeed, yeah. Nabeed is also become almost become alcohol. Say hello to my Nabeed. So my Nabeed has I think it's become a bit alcoholic, it's become a bit too fizzy now. So I want yeah, it smells a bit like a pub. Yeah, so when Nabil, this has been in here for about 5 days now. So it's a bit too long. All right, so I've got to throw this away and make some fresh one. Yeah, so this is my Nabith. Nabith is very good for like giving you energy as well. So Nabith is very good. Another thing I do is, you know, salt. Get water, put lemon in there or lime juice, and put salt in the Himalayan salt. Mix it, and then drink that, you know, throughout the night at iftar time. Yeah, and you'll find that is going to be considered to be like really beneficial. Like honestly, it just you know it helps the water to get into your body. Yeah, you know you replenish your thirst. So that, and also electrolytes are good. Another thing I do is, have your Dialyte? These kind of packets you can get where they give you hydrate your body. So that's got all these different minerals and things in there. Drink that; that helps as well. But electrolytes, yeah, electrolytes definitely very good. And another thing I found is, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt with dates, with walnuts, with chia seeds. Have that after Tarawih. Very good way. Where did you study? I studied in Pakistan, Karachi. Thanks. You're welcome, Shpend. You're welcome. Ameen, Ameen. May Allah bless you. Is there zakat on the money as the money needs to be paid back? Yeah, so that's why I said, so the issue is because it's a long-term thing, then this is where the issue arises. Is it considered to be zakatable or not? So if it's long-term, then you have to give zakat on it. If it's short-term, then I would say no. And because a lot of students, they already know the things they have to buy and pay for. So that's why it would come under haja. I tried them once before and it worked wonders. We'll probably go back to them because milk is my best friend. Yeah, bro. Try it. Is going to specific mosque only for the reason that they serve iftar. Is that a problematic intention? No, it's totally fine. It's good. If they got some good iftar, go there. But you would only repay in the future if you match some criteria. Yeah. Does this ring any bells? Oh, Muslims be Muslims. I don't know. Does it? I don't know. I've heard that somewhere. How do you make this nabith? So basically, what you do is just water. Get some clean water, and just throw in there some dates. Ideally, those dry. The drier the dates, the better it is. The dry dates. Just throw dates in there. So what you want to do is, if you have like a 500 milliliter bottle of water, I would say put in there about like a quarter of the way up or 1/3 of the way up dates. And then the good thing about those, you can seal them. So when you seal them, it kind of like it's sort of like, not fermenting is not the nice word, but it spreads. It kind of like diffuses in the water quicker, nicer. But don't drink it after about 3 days. Don't drink it after 3 days because then it becomes a bit, bad taste. That's when it becomes a bit intoxicating. Also, make dua that my alim course is a proper dars nizam. Ameen. Can study Manazir Rashidi and ask your mu'allil ma'ani. Allah make it easy, my brother. Hazrat, did they used to hit you in your madrasa? No, they wasn't hitting there. Have you tried nabis with milk? Yes, nabis with milk is really good as well. I tried that a few times. I might actually, you know what? You reminded me. I might actually try that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much for tuning in, and inshallah, I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. So tomorrow, guys, 4 o'clock. Okay, 4 o'clock UK time.